That's what we do.
Stole it.
That's what we do. Okay, so day 1 documenting. Yep.
I don't want to do it with you in the car.
Why?
I get nervous when the camera's on and you're next to me. I spit in my mouth. Say something. Say something wrong.
What are you gonna say wrong?
What words?
Well, what's going on? Huh? Tell me. Talk to me. Talk to the people. Let them know.
I want to talk to the people.
The people want to know what's going on.
I know they want to know. I know I'm so interesting.
You're the coolest. This tripod is a little bit too. That actually works.
Not when you're in drive. Wrap it.
Okay, go. Ready? Action.
I've been broken. I can't say anything serious when you're here.
You've been broken.
You've
been broken for a long time.
Yeah.
We haven't figured out how.
Yeah, so I've been having extreme back pain after I'm done playing basketball. I feel weird.
So, you've had back pain for a long time now.
I'm just gonna talk to you then.
Go ahead. Yeah, you've had back pain for a long time, huh?
Yeah. So every time we play pickups, after
Well,
pickup.
before that.
Yeah, even yeah, okay. Like in high school. Okay, let's stay back to high school.
Bingo.
So, there was a couple instances when I was playing basketball when I was younger, and I got hit pretty hard. Not really thinking anything of it. Obviously, like, it hurt a couple days or whatever. And then I was back to normal, and then I started having on and off back spasms. Not thinking anything of it. My parents took me to like a couple chiropractors, so I got spit in my mouth.
And before or after your foot surgeries?
Oh, this is before high school.
Foot
Oh yeah.
surgeries.
Shoot, you're right. It's probably like honestly around the same time.
Okay. So
Yeah, I would say like
so
within like maybe the same year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So foot surgeries, then back pain, or
Yeah.
vice versa? What are the two?
So probably I would assume I had the back problem first, and then I rolled my foot, and then
broke it.
tore everything in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then the surgery, and then on and off had back pain, and that's when my parents bought me the football suit that I had.
Oh, I
had
forgot
pads.
about that.
Yeah, that's why they bought me the pads.
Really? You had the pads here.
I had the pads
You
on
had the
my...
pads there. You had the knee pads. You had the big ankle braces.
Yep. It was bubble wrapped.
Wow, I forgot about that.
Yeah, but that was the
you
reason.
You look like a meatball.
I was a meatball.
I know, because you were like.
I had to wear a
everywhere.
small, extra small. Well, honestly, they didn't even have my size because there's always boys' sizes, anyways.
But they were like puffed out because you had all the pads, so you look like a meatball.
Yeah, but there was pads on my back. That's why my parents bought it for me. Because like, every time you get hit in the back, or if you get, I don't know, take a charge or get set a screen on, like you get elbows because that's where everyone's elbows are. Where my ribs and my back is, my lats.
Yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, I like when the screen's off. It feels like I'm not talking to the camera.
But you are.
And I'm not though.
But the camera's there.
Nope.
But it is recording.
So anyways, I would say like the most extreme situation in my head was when I was at training once, and I had went up for a jump shot, and then I had landed when I came down, and then something happened to my back, and I was just in so much pain. And Jason was our trainer at the time.
J-Dub.
J-Dub. And he was like, just get off the court. I was like, hey.
Typical Jason.
Just get off the court. I was like, I don't know what's happening, but all right. And then the next day, my parents took me to the chiropractor because my back was like not well. But we never formally went to a doctor. And anyways, fast forward, it healed. And let's pretend like I'm in college now. I already had like my 2 surgeries. I had my peroneal tendon surgery in my ankle, and then I had my random Jones fracture when my foot broke when I was in like Georgia or something. And they're like, oh, it's a super rare foot fracture. You broke a bone that no one breaks, but you did it.
We've established that Cheyenne will get hurt. Always.
The impossible possible.
Yeah.
So anyways, I have a screw in my right foot. And that was, I believe, the end of my junior year or the beginning of my senior year. One or the other. It was thick. It was super quick, the rehab and everything. So anyways, I played my majority of my senior year. And then we went to college and can't really think of like too many like back issues. Except for one instance where my assistant coach was trying to have me, I told you about this?
No.
He was trying to have me clean, and it was like heavy. So clean as in like we were in the weight room, and like he was like putting way too much weight. For instance, technically the doctor says I'm 4'11". We say I'm 5'2". I'm small. I'm like at the time probably like 110 pounds. Like I'm small. And yeah, we were on the platform and he was like, yeah, no, add more weights, like do it again. It's just like ego lifting, like no point. Anyways, so I tried cleaning and like my back like pulled, something happened. Yeah. And yeah, that was before we were together. So that had happened.
Your freshman year.
That was in my the end of my freshman year. And then I'd started going to the PT and she just started cupping me and stuff. And like, honestly, it'd work for like a day, take some, pain off my back, alleviate it. But then it was always kind of like there. So that was probably another instance. So anyways, fast forward again, I've been kind of dealing with back pain on and off. So like, there's only like so much I can do when I was playing basketball. And like, I'd be good playing basketball, and then after basketball for like 2 hours, then I'd start feeling my back tense up, and I'd be like, okay, I kind of have to stop right now. Same thing with lifting. I had to stop lifting heavy because there's only a certain extent that I could, do. So anyways, fast forward one more time. I went to Dublin, and it was like an 11-hour flight coming back.
No. Don't fast forward again.
Ooh,
you skipped over.
Ooh, what did I skip?
So... we were playing in a men's league where we decided to get a group of women, Cheyenne being one of them, and then a couple guys joining. And we said, hey, we're going to play in a men's league with girls. They didn't want to let us do it, but they finally got us in. And we were playing. And one day Cheyenne was playing.
I was just running down the court. I don't think anyone hit me. And I just had like this extreme pain go down my back. And I was like, whoa.
That was actually the first day we brought the GoPro for you to wear.
I ruined it.
Yeah, because that was the first like 8 minutes. And then you're like, no, you can't wear it anymore. You have to wear it. And that's where I had to switch it at the timeout. Right?
Yeah, I was like, there's no point. I can't even run up and down the court. So we switched the GoPro to his chest. Yeah, but we only had 5 players, so I couldn't not play. So I just kind of like did what I could, just getting up and down the court. And I was like, I don't want the ball. Don't give it to me. So, yeah, I think that was like the latest, like in the moment something happened. And I was like, okay, this is not okay. Something is happening. So I, again, thought it was just a strain in my back, or like honestly just thinking like, muscular wise, like I'm just not doing what I need to do in the gym, and like my glutes aren't firing, so like it's compensation, or it's due to all my foot surgeries and my ankle surgeries that I've had in the past, because I also had torn my Achilles prior when we were in China. So like maybe it's just me heel striking and then it's working its way up my back, or the way I'm walking, the mechanics, it's off. So maybe it's just like, making my back hurt a little bit. So now I can fast forward, went to Dublin, had the flight, and this was probably the worst pain. I got off the flight, woke up the next morning, I had to train some clients, and then I couldn't even pick up like 15, 20 pounds off the floor, because I was like, okay, something is really wrong. It was hurting way too much, and I was like just stretching, because I usually get to the gym a little bit earlier to work out before the clients and set up, and I was like, I just laid on the bench. Just sitting there, and I called my mom, like, I'm not okay. I think I'm gonna go to the doctors. And I called you, and I was like, I think I really need to do this on my parents' insurance for a couple more months. So I was like, let me just go get this checked out. If maybe get like a massage or something on their insurance.
Yep.
Anyways, so we go to the chiropractor. They do some X-rays, and they're like, okay, so it definitely looks like you've been having reoccurring fractures in your back, and your bone is pushed in a little bit.
Yeah, so the disc slipped
off
of track because of the fractures.
Yeah, so there was more limited space. So
yeah, so like the way your spine holds together as these like links. In every spinal column, all of these vertebrae link in like this. And what happened is yours broke off here. So this no longer holds it in place. So then it started slipping and slipping and slipping. So this one's pulling back, this one's going forward. And you have your two nerves that come out. Right, the branches that come out, and they go through these two little holes in between, and as this starts slipping forward, it becomes a smaller and smaller gap, pressing on those nerves, causing the back pain.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling right now. It's why the heater's on. But yeah, so they said, well, you should probably go get a doctor's opinion, a second opinion, and, you know, they pretty much just wanted to do PT. They honestly, I don't think they wanted me to get surgery. So went to a doctor, and it was a surgical doctor. So he had went over everything, and he's like, well, yeah, you definitely need surgery, whether it's now or in the future. And again, I'm on my parents' insurance on a limited time crunch. So I felt like, well, I'm kind of stressed because I'm like, well, if this is something I'm gonna need in the future, why don't I just get it done now? Because I'm in so much pain now. And we're like, okay, well, that was one opinion. I left crying because I was like super upset. And then I cry a lot. You look like you're gonna cry.
No, you look like you're gonna
No,
cry.
I'm not. You're gonna cry.
I definitely see that you're not gonna cry. You're gonna blink right now and suck it in. No, it didn't work. I can see the nose flares.
Just stop talking about it. It doesn't exist.
Okay.
No. It's raining. It's raining in the car.
It is. It's raining. It's not actual tears. It's rain tears. I'll let her breathe.
I'm okay.
You're okay. So we went to go get a second opinion. I'll try to continue and not give too much information, okay? We went to another doctor, a second opinion. This was a referral that wasn't somebody within the PT side, right? You got referred to the first one.
Yeah.
So it was a referral from a family friend of Cheyenne's, and they said, hey, this guy's really good. It's out of a large hospital called Hoag. So they look over heart attacks, heart stents, spinal column stuff. They do pretty much everything. They have a specialist department for the back and spine. So we decided to set up an appointment there, I think within the next week. They got another x-ray and MRI, or maybe that one was just an x-ray. That was just an x-ray.
X-ray.
And it was just a second opinion. He said, yeah, it's definitely going to be surgery as your option. You have two options. One's no surgery, which you're running the risk of possibly
nerve damage.
Yeah, nerve damage where you might not be able to have full function of your foot. So then that was like obviously the biggest concern outside of nerve damage where it's going to continuously cause pain.
Yeah.
So he was kind of breaking it down saying that, you know, it's going to be the same type of surgery that like Tiger Woods went through, that athletes have done it in the past and come back to sport. But it's going to be more alleviation of pain currently, as well as decreased risk of any kind of nerve damage for the future. So then we kind of discussed a little bit more, and now that waterworks have stopped, it stopped raining. So
yeah. Well, I think it was like because it's like a new territory, like actually something was wrong with my back. We were like, all right, let's like do our research and see what like which doctor would be better, and make sure there's no red flags, because I'm not messing around with my back. It's not like it's my toe. Oh shoot, yeah, I also had bunion surgery. I forgot about that one too. Anyways, it's my back, so there's just so much going on back there. So I just want to, no pun intended. So I just want to make sure that I have the right doctor. And that last doctor we visited pointed out some other things the other doctor didn't explain. So I was like, okay, like this guy's been in the field a little bit longer than the other guy. He's just a little tiny bit older. And there was just minor red flags on the first doctor. Had nothing to do with his actual practices, but I think just in general, you know, I don't want any red flags on anything. If I'm getting messed around with my back. So, so we went with the second surgeon and we started booking all the dates of everything. And again, I'm on a time crunch with the insurance. So we're like, all right, let's just try to get everything in. And the faster the surgery, you know, we get in and out, faster the timeline is for my healing time within the year. So I would rather like not waste any more time in my life and get the surgery done with. But yeah, so it's what, 3 months of just straight walking post-surgery.
Which is a surprise, right? So we would assume like, hey, we've done Achilles rupture twice.
Yeah.
We've done foot surgery twice.
Yeah.
We've done
Ankle surgery.
And all of which is on crutches, on a scooter. Don't put any pressure on it. Give it 6 to 8 weeks. Start slowly with PT. This one, when we have that conversation with the doctor, they say, I want you walking the next day. I want you limited time sitting, limited time in the bed. Make sure you start moving, which is, again, a huge surprise because you're talking about spine.
Yeah.
Like, that seems more complex, more dangerous, more things to worry about. But yeah, 3 months of getting up, walking, progressively walking more.
Just avoiding any pushing, pulling, twisting,
carrying,
bending.
lifting, yeah, reaching. A lot of limitations. Don't get us wrong. But one of the limitations is not walking.
Not walking.
Double negative. Follow that. Yeah, so that's cool. We're about 5 days out now.
Yeah, so they give me a little kit, and the kit is... It's interesting because this surgery is so different than all of my other surgeries. Like, I don't know if it's because the office or the type of surgery. Like, I've never had the same, like, precautions or, like rules to follow prior to a surgery. So, pretty much no more herbal substances, supplements, from now on. So I'm fine with caffeine, which is my pre-workout, taking that on a daily basis. Probably should cut down as we get closer. And then they gave me this packet that has like nasal swabs in it. I didn't read the directions. So it's nasal swabs, but it is a disinfectant. So they want me to disinfect my nose each day. And then,
what that was.
Yeah, I was like, what do they want me to test every single day? But it's not COVID test. It's just disinfecting my nose. So I'm probably gonna do that at night each day instead of, because I didn't do it today in the beginning of the day.
Nice.
And then I'm just thinking it'll be a good little ritual to do my nose. And then they gave me this disinfectant for my back. But when they do the surgery, it's gonna be a cut in the front, so they can get and move my spleens. And get to my back, I guess.
Well, it's not going to be like moving everything out of the way, like in terms of taking it out and putting
No. Just like
display it all.
Getting in my guts.
Yeah, they're just going to kind of like figure out if it's going to be the front or the side, and that's going to depend on what they need to do to move out of the way, because it is posterior anterior, meaning the back and the front of the spine. So having to not just fuse the back, but also reattach it or fuse in the front.
Yeah, and then the old scar, there's gonna be a cut in my back, so that looked like...
You're so aggressive.
What? Was that aggressive?
Yeah, cut and move my spleen, dive in and check it out. What's going around? Yeah, right.
So when I was at the doctor's the other day,
Incision,
that's nice. That's a good...
I know, see?
Cut me right open.
Bring me the butcher's knife. Give me the steak knife for the back. I need a little delicacy.
Bring me the jacksaw. What is it? The Jackhawk 9000.
Jackhawk 9000. Available at Walmart.
At Walmart. But yeah, I was super curious about like the incision length, because
Size.
I was like, incision size.
And scarring.
And the scarring. Because I was like, oh, I don't want any like on my stomach. So he pretty much showed me 2 different ways that they would do it, and I was like, I got a tattoo right here. I don't want him screwing up my tattoo. Like, so, but it's on the opposite side, so that's good. But he said there was gonna be one that kind of looked like a C-section. I was like, oh, I don't want that. And so Then he did a smaller one. Like he had a pen and he was like drawing it for me and like where it would be potentially or what it would look like. And he would take my my opinion in consideration when doing it. So that was nice to hear. So I'm probably gonna tell him day of surgery that I'd want typically it to be on my side, so it's a little bit more out of the way and smaller. But it was interesting because he said based on like how I've been scarring and healing in the past with my other surgeries, that actually a smaller incision is actually more prone to be a thicker sort of scarring.
More predominant.
Yeah, because they have to stretch the skin. Stretch!
Dive in! Gotta make a big old cut. Get this little old head in there.
You're so stupid. That actually doing a long...
So the white chicks reference, right? You're not gonna get that big old head in that little hole.
It's exactly what I've been thinking this whole time. Oh my god. And so that he said that actually a longer scar would be better because then there's less stretching when pulling the skin apart. And so it'll actually like heal as a smaller, less visible scar. So that, and then the scar on my back, I think you did it. It'd be like...
Yeah, it's about 3 to 4 inches in length, but it's the same idea. That if it's a longer incision, that it allows the skin to heal with less stretching.
Yeah.
So then it makes it less visible.
Yeah. So we did that, and yeah, so I have surgery in 5 days on Monday. We thought it was going to be an outpatient surgery. Come to find out, it is not. So I'm probably going to be there 1 to 2 nights. So I won't be able to be with Alex. You can come visit me. Hopefully.
I know. I'll be there during the day. They limit visitation times, so I won't be able to stay there at night, but I'll definitely be going over there.
Yeah, come see me.
I'll be there.
You'll be there.
Yeah.
You know what sucks? Is that I got my nose re-pierced
And you gotta take it off.
like a week ago because I hadn't been wearing my nose ring and it closed up because I haven't worn it for like 2 months. And it closed up and I got it re-pierced and that freaking hurt. I forgot how much that hurt. And it was only half of a re-piercing because it like I could put the little stick in the hole, but I couldn't do the whole thing. Anyways, that freaking sucked. So I'm actually like really nervous. I actually want to think about going to Claire's and maybe getting like a little clear hole thing.
Plastic ones.
I don't know if they'll let me wear it, but it doesn't go through all the way. It just kind of like
sticks.
sticks in there and it's clear and it's flat.
It's another version of you're not gonna fit this big old stick in that
Tiny
little hole.
So I think we should go today and actually go.
Ooh.
This is not a sponsored
for you.
YouTube video, but Claire's if you want to, hit me up. But yeah.
That's our update. So we will be tracking this as much as we can. Day of surgery, we'll probably try to get something in the morning.
Maybe I'll talk about my my swabbing today. Maybe we'll record that and see what that's like. Wonder if it's gonna be spicy in my nose.
We'll see.
Yeah. Okay. Logging off?
Logging off for now.